Hi, I'm Dr. George Northrup. I'm a psychiatrist and addiction specialist based in Tampa, Florida. Today we're talking about how to hold an alcohol intervention. An alcohol intervention is not much different than any other type of intervention that might center around drugs or other compulsive behaviors like sex or gambling. There are a lot of steps that should come before you decide to hold an intervention. So let's talk about those first. Number one, have you had some sort of conversation with whomever you're concerned about their behavior? If you haven't, start with a kind, caring discussion, letting them know that you want to be of assistance, that you're simply there to help and that you're concerned about them. If that is well received, you will not have to proceed to having an intervention. If that is not well received, an intervention may be down the road. At this point, if you get a lot of resistance or kickback when you tell somebody that you care about them and that you feel like they're hurting themselves, odds are you've stumbled on a real problem. That type of resistance suggests that they are struggling with something. At this point, a second conversation may be in order. One in which you simply point out to the person the types of difficulties they are creating for themselves. Not for you, not for anyone else, but for themselves. If you can get them on board that their behavior is in some way destructive to them, they may very well be amenable and open to help at that time. If at that point you're still ill-received, now it's probably time to have an intervention. An intervention is when you gather a group of people that all care about this same person, that are all aware of their destructive behavior, and confront them about it. It's at this point you've exhausted friendly measures, for lack of a better term. At this point, you've now become confrontational out of necessity. This is when everybody gets together, you tell the person you care about them, you describe to them the way they're hurting themselves, and then you lay out some sort of action plan and consequence for not following the action plan. The key here is that it's done in a caring manner and that there has to be some sort of consequence for there not being a change in the behavior. And sometimes that intervention is geared around getting the person to go to a treatment program like a residential program. However, it doesn't have to be. It can be simply that they change their behavior in the home or other setting, but there will be consequences that are clearly outlined and that you will follow through on as a group if that behavior is not modified in the way you describe. I'm Dr. George Northrup, and we're talking about how to hold an alcohol intervention.